This episode of Love Thy Neighbourhood is brought to you by FreeNow, the mobility super app. Like all kings, the King of London loves his luxuries. After a long day of editing the best magazine in the world, I long for creature comforts. I'm talking Xi'an impressions for dinner, MasterChef The Professionals on the telly, and best of all, staying out of the cold by booking myself a black cab all the way home via the FreeNow app. What can I say? The king likes his treaties. Feel free now.
I was chased by squirrels and I was terrified and I started running.
This is after Girl with a Dragon Tattoo.
Yeah.
So there's people in the park saying, is that Lisbeth Salander
Yeah.
running away from a squirrel?
Yeah, exactly.
Good afternoon, good evening, good whatever. My name's Joe Maktich, the big dog of Time Out London, and you're listening to Love Thy Neighbourhood, the podcast in which someone whose talent is brighter than 1,000 suns shows me, a craven nobody, around part of London that means a lot to them. 4 locations in one area that they could give their own illicit 5-star rating to if they could, but they can't because that's what we do at Time Out. If we like something, we take our bony, calloused fists of hard-won expertise and knowledge, wrap them tightly and dip them in the glass of wit and style before delivering 5 quick Muay Thai jabs straight into the face of a venue, leaving 5-star impressions, changing the course of history forever. I think that makes sense. It is, of course, a reference to the movie Bloodsport. And today we're not in Southeast Asia, we are in the lengthening shadow of Erno Goldfinger's mighty and magnificent Trellick Tower, which means one thing: we're in Paddington country. That's right, the tiny baby-sized bear with the voice of an adult male runs amok around here, and we're on a Paddington hunt. This is the royal borough of Kensington and Chelsea, specifically Portobello, which is an area that was named after a very insignificant town in Panama that I think we won in a war from the Spanish in the 1700s. This area was initially where all the pig farmers of Marble Arch, that's true, that sounds funny to me as well, the pig farmers of Marble Arch were moved to, and they built a lane linking Notting Hill Gate to the Portobello farm. And then over time, it was developed, as usual, by the Victorians. They built huge houses, and then they fell into disrepair post-war. Houses were split up into tiny flats, and unscrupulous landlords took advantage of desperate immigrants that first came from Spain, fleeing the Spanish Civil War, and there's plenty of Spanish restaurants and cafes around here, and then later Portuguese, Moroccan, and of course Caribbean, who came over in the 60s. Then 1970s, Bosch, the West Way, of course very, very fond of that, and Trellick Tower changed it forever. Finally, I guess that film Notting Hill, which I've not seen, and I'm sure that will be an issue today as we walk around an area that's synonymous with it. My guest, not connected to either Bloodsport or Paddington, but is a world-famous, award-nominated and winning actor. It's Noomi Rapace. Yes, Noomi Rapace, born in Sweden, spent quite a few years in Iceland, I think, acted her whole life, came to international prominence, starring as the snarling, hard-hitting, motorbike-riding Lisbeth Salander in the original and better Swedish language version of Girl with a Dragon Tattoo and the 2 subsequent films that followed quickly on its heels. After that, she was in, loads and loads of massive American, globally famous films starring alongside Tom Hardy, James Gandolfini, Gary Oldman, Vincent Cassel, people like that. More interestingly, she made an amazing film called Lamb, which is a sort of none more A24 weirdo sort of suspenseful horror film. And if I explain anything about it, it will ruin it, but do definitely check that out. And then very excitingly, she's in the new TV series Constellation, which is on Apple TV Plus from February the 21st. And that's a kind of like The Shining in space and on Earth, it looks like. It looks terrifying, and she looks amazing in it, so definitely looking forward to watching that on Feb 21. She says of London is an intelligent city. I feel way more at home here. There's room for everything in the city. A divine mix. A mini version of the rest of the world, which is the sort of moving thing I should probably say at the start of these episodes. So thank you for writing those words for me, Noomi. We're approaching our first location now on this wonderful West London afternoon. Winter sun. I can see it dipping below Trellick Tower right now, and I think I can see our guest, so let's go and say hi. Numi, var är vi och varför har du tagit mig hit?
Oh my days, he's good.
Was that remotely correct?
He was like, why are we here and why have you brought me here in
Yes.
Swedish?
All I've done
Yeah,
on the journey in
flawless.
was just saying it over and over in my head. Yeah.
Very impressive.
Yes.
Yeah, so basically we at Golborn Deli. It's like 7 minutes from my house. And I just love this little kind of Italian delicatesse coffee
It's
shop.
incredibly beautiful.
It is, right? And like, I love eggs. I'm a big egg person. I eat eggs and avocado every day. And I love oils, like olive oils, and I love truffle.
What would you normally pick up if you just popped in here?
I mean, I love cold cuts. Like, I love Brezola. I'm not a big pork person, but I love like beef.
Let it be known that Numi's not a big pork person.
No, I'm not a big pork person.
I don't think anyone goes on the record and says, I'm a big pork person.
And oh my god, and like these I love so much. So
Okay, these are the Torres crisps.
yeah, they're so good.
So these Torres crisps are sort of very famous.
Yeah.
They're sort of synonymous
they're a bit
with
posh crisps.
posh crisps. Yeah. The poshest of all the crisps,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
They're delicious. Do you like
Yes,
them?
I love them. I love them. The thing is, like, when I open a bag of crisps, I just can't stop. So I just keep on eating until it's finished. So I need to buy the smaller ones.
I mean, I don't know how it works with acting, but presumably you have to watch diet stuff the whole time. Would you
Watch
not care?
my weight, my
Well-
favorite thing. No, honestly, I mean, when I'm working, when I'm filming, I'm quite on a strict diet. It's more about energy levels, to be honest. Like, if you eat crappy food and sweets and fatty stuff, like bad fats, then you drop energy. And it's like, I need to last, like, my day starts at like 4 a.m., going to the gym, and I work all day, get back at my Airbnb or hotel like around like 8 p.m. And then you need to prep next day. So you just need to stay fit to perform on your highest level.
You're gobbling eggs like a bodybuilder.
Yeah, boiled eggs in my pockets.
Yeah. Well, boiled eggs are quite a Scandinavian thing as well.
It is, yeah. What I really crave most days is like sourdough with like butter
Yes,
and loads
yeah.
of salt and like fatty and salt, like not so much sweets. But I do love like everything here. And on the other side, I think the breads are.
Yes. Where would you go for your ideal bread? If not here, these loaves look exemplary.
Oh, yeah.
But if you had to go to somewhere else.
Okay, so they do have a place down on Portobello Road called Fabrik.
Okay.
It's actually a Swedish like kind of chain.
So you're
a
repping
bakery.
the motherland.
Yeah. And they
Yes.
do like amazing, like one like it's like Danish rågbröd, like the brown like rye.
I know exactly what you mean. Yeah, that's good because it's not even, there's no sugary sweetness to it at all.
No, and it's so good. But I do love sourdough in all forms.
Sourdough's good.
Yeah.
People often talk about the Dusty Knuckle potato sourdough. I don't know if you know that one.
Oh, no,
it's,
wow.
It's like a sort of East London,
Okay.
similar to the Torres crisps,
Yeah.
I would say.
Okay.
It's become a kind of meme thing, but it's very delicious.
Yeah.
It's quite like thick and chunky.
Oh, this is kind of what I grew up on. Like, do you see the carrot juice?
No?
Do you see-
Oh,
over
yeah,
there?
okay.
Yeah, so I went to this like Rudolf Steiner like Waldorf school out nowhere in Sweden, in the south of Sweden, and we made our own like homemade like carrot juice and stuff.
So how does that, is it like you do that instead of maths?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, so I'm terrible at maths and I can't really read and write.
To be honest-
but I can make juice.
That sounds ideal to me. My maths is so bad, but I wish I could make carrot juice.
Yeah.
Like good carrot juice, anyway.
I can make things with my hands, like
Yes.
kind of like we worked a lot with clay. I was painting a lot, I was drawing a lot, I was writing a lot. I was out like building shit and painting, and so I'm good with everything kind of handy and crafty.
All the Steiner School kids grown up that I ever met were all like lovely people.
Yeah.
Like really, really like strong characters, very kind as well.
Yeah, that's nice to hear.
Yeah,
I
they
think we're
never
like-
really spoke that much about what it was like, but they all thought quite fondly of it.
Yeah, I mean, some schools are quite like disorganized and
yeah?
chaotic.
A bit hippie,
Yeah.
happy clappy.
Yeah, a bit happy clappy. Mine was like in the middle, I would say. I had one teacher that was really structured and like kind of had some kind of order in class, but like some of the other teachers sort of like we were just out playing, and I did not like I couldn't really write and read properly when I was like
Yeah.
13. I'm not even kidding. So
Wow.
like yeah, it's very different from the British school system.
That sounds it, yeah. And they turned you on to acting, presumably.
No, that started before. When I was like, I lived in Iceland when I was a kid.
Okay.
So when I was 7, I was in an Icelandic movie called In the Shadow of the Raven.
That's the most heavy metal name for
Yeah.
a film, you said?
Yeah.
I might have to check that out. It
Yeah.
sounds quite like death metal, black metal in the Shadow of the Raven.
Yeah. It's a Viking film. It's really bloody and like it was quite like brutal. I was 7 years old.
And you were a child?
I was a child and I
Oh.
fell in love. I was obsessed.
Did you die in it or did you live?
No, I didn't run through a house on fire.
Okay.
And I saw loads of blood and I had lots of like mud in my hair and I didn't want to. The funny thing is like I didn't want to wash in the end of the day. I loved being that character. Like I'm a kid of the crowd. Like you don't really see me. Like
Yes.
I was in for 3 weeks, but I kind of totally fell in love. And I think that's kind of, I just saw
You've
like.
been running through fires ever since.
Yeah, I try.
Yeah,
I start
there are
fires if
quite-
there's no.
There is a lot of fire in your work, actually,
Yeah,
now I think
yeah,
about it.
yeah.
Shall we move on to the next
Yeah,
location?
yeah, I love
That's
that.
lovely. Thanks very much for having us, guys. Bye-bye.
Thanks.
Pleasure is all ours.
Yeah, thank you, pal.
Can I say hello to mom? Mommy, I'm on the radio.
Excellent. What a beautiful afternoon this is.
Yeah, right? We're lucky.
Yeah.
I live in a house like 7 minutes away from here.
Okay.
And it's like an old blacksmith, so it has like a glass ceiling. So you can hear like when it's raining, it's like
Oh, wow.
it's like bullets.
Did you know that when you brought it?
Yeah, it's beautiful. Like even like grey, moody kind of days in London when it's like everything is a bit grey and dark, like it's still like kind of light in my house.
You have to learn to love those days to love
Oh,
London, don't you?
I do. But like I don't need a lot of luxury. I'm quite like, you know,
Yes.
Rudolf Steiner.
Rudolf Steiner keeping it real.
Yeah, but I do love floor heating because I'm always cold.
Yeah.
So the thing is like for me to be able to walk on a floor that doesn't make my feet cold,
Yeah, I think
crucial for me.
I'm one of those terrible people that if it was just me in my house living by myself with my dog,
Yeah.
I probably wouldn't turn the heating on.
Oh, wow.
And I would just put clothes on and sit there. And at the end of winter, I would feel a sense of like smugness, like I've essentially conquered winter by myself.
Just grow a massive beard.
Yeah.
Even bigger.
An even more massive beard, yeah.
Yeah.
But and I realise that it is silly. This area as well is very special to you, presumably.
Yeah, I love this. This is the Portobello Road.
Mm.
This is like first when I moved to London. I moved here when I got this part in Sherlock Holmes with
Yeah, I
Guy
remember.
Ritchie. Yeah, and then they put me up in a house in Hammersmith. So I was in Hammersmith, and then I got Prometheus right after. So I kind of stayed in the area. I was like Hammersmith and then Holland Park.
Yeah, lovely place.
Yeah, so this was kind of, you know, I've always been West, and this really feels like home for me. And I love, like, it's just like a chaotic, beautiful area with loads of people and people from everywhere and like people selling things. It just feels like kind of timeless.
It's
and
an
very-
amazing place. And
Yeah.
also, I remember when my parents were young, for their generation, this was the first area of London that had like a bohemian cool reputation.
Yeah.
Long before anywhere in East London or South London.
Definitely.
Notting
yeah.
Hill was like the arty place.
Yeah.
And it was where all the flats were very cheap and sort of like
Exactly.
interesting
Yeah,
people,
artists,
musicians and
yeah.
artists came.
Yeah.
It's
and
lovely.
it's still that vibe, you know. It just feels it's still like authentic, even though there's a lot of tourists here sometimes.
Yeah,
because
I've-
we have often the Notting Hill film.
Well,
It's still that
I've
the
still never seen
bookshop.
this. I sort of refuse to see this film, but
Yeah.
I feel like it's going to come up a lot. Is it a
Yeah.
good film? Is it your kind of film?
No. I mean, I do like Hugh Grant is an amazing actor, and Julia Roberts, obviously. So the actors are great. It's just like I'm not a big like romantic comedy person, you know.
No. Yeah, you don't strike me as someone that would be necessarily,
No.
but it is so beautiful.
It's a bit noisy here now.
Yeah, but it's
because
nice.
we're passing the market.
Yeah, we're just going
I
past
buy a
all the
lot of
markets.
vintage clothes here. I love this.
What was the last thing you bought? Do you remember?
Yeah, I bought this like it's like a weird like fleece jacket from the 80s, like Dolce Gabbana.
Oh, wow.
Like it's like grey and black, and it looks like total sportswear, like nothing like Dolce Gabbana would do today,
No.
but very 80s.
Oh, good find. You might be
Yeah.
the last person to find a bargain in Notting Hill.
Yes, I know
Yeah.
where to look. I like to I can go in. I like to color code as well.
Oh, really?
So I go in and I was like, I want to get something like all yellow, and then I go for like to try find a whole yellow outfit or grey outfit.
How many colours do you think you've got access to in your house now?
Oh, everything.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, today you've definitely gone for black with a sort of like a streak of gold down the sides.
Yeah, thank you.
It's very cool.
Thank you.
Looks a bit like I'd say almost like American football vibes
Yeah, look at this though.
on the back. Hornets. Oh, the Charlotte Hornets. Is that cheerleader? Yeah.
You know, it's a cheerleader.
I used to love that team when I was a kid, I never watched basketball, but I was quite short, and they had a player called Muggsy Bogues who was like 5'5" or something ridiculous like that. And as a short king, I found it quite inspiring, I have to say.
I've been watching this. Have you heard about the series Winning Time?
Winning Time.
Yeah, it's about the Lakers, the
No.
rise of the Lakers. So, because my son is a massive basketball fan, and I follow basketball news, and I've been like kind of falling in love more and more in basketball. Like I love like hip hop and rap music.
Yeah.
And
Do you have a team?
I mean, my son is Portland, like Trailblazers.
Okay.
So I feel like, I want to be loyal to him.
Yeah.
But I do like the Lakers. I went to a Lakers game in LA once, and I love basketball because it's graceful, it's beautiful to watch. It's like a dance. It's not aggressive.
No.
It's all about the team.
Very fast as well.
Very
Never...
fast, and it's so much like, it's just like incredible when you start to like get to know the sport more.
Yeah, this obviously leads me to an inevitable question, which is you've adopted London to an extent as your home.
Yeah.
How are your feelings towards the king of sports, football?
I love football.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, what a relief.
Yeah.
That's good. You must have a team if you live in West London. There's
Yeah.
quite a lot to choose from.
Arsenal.
Arsenal, okay, yeah. That is, in my opinion, that's the sort of default media person team. I feel like throughout my entire life, I've just worked like in and around Arsenal fans.
Yeah.
As a result,
What are you?
Queen's Park Rangers, which is a very lowly, wretched team. Sorry, guys, it's true this year. They're based in West London.
Yeah.
I would say like the difference between supporting Arsenal to QPR is you're basically the fan of like an enormous blockbuster Transformers style thing,
Yeah.
and I'm the fan of the
Little
cool
indie.
art house indie thing.
Yeah. I mean, I should be on your team. I feel like.
It's what I'm telling myself. It's
Yeah,
not
but
really
it's
true.
funny, when I first moved here, I moved here with my son, and then I was working with Idris Elba. And Idris and my friend Dominic Cooper, they're both Arsenal fans. And
Yeah.
then they like kind of started to like tell Lev, my son, very early, like, you're Arsenal, aren't you?
So
like,
they indoctrinated him.
Yeah.
It's like a
So
religious
that's where
cult.
it started, because me and my son, we came here like, we're Swedes, we didn't know nothing. And then
Yeah.
there was like, okay, you Arsenal fan, aren't you?
There is an Arsenal-Swedish connection, isn't there? They've had a few like Swedish players.
Yeah. So it makes sense.
Yes, it does. But I still don't approve of the sort of indoctrination of a young person
Yeah,
via
brainwash,
celebrity.
brainwash. Yeah, so we are like, I don't even know how many times I've walked up and down here. It's like when I'm away filming and I come back to London and I'm like, when I reconnect with my city, this is where I walk.
Aw.
This is my walk. I just like to be here and just like absorb everything and just like,
What does it give you, you think, that, I mean, presumably as an actor you spent time in LA.
Yeah.
What does it give you that like LA and Sweden or Iceland doesn't give you?
I feel like what I love about London is really a mix of cultures and people and faces and tastes and smells, and it's just like, it's like a melting pot of so many different things at the same time.
Yes.
But it feels really friendly. I've never felt scared in London, even though, I mean, there is a lot of, violence and desperate people, obviously, that does things that is like, questionable, but I've never felt unsafe ever. In LA, for example, this is our second spot.
Yes,
We're
well,
here.
thanks for stopping. We've
Yeah.
just we would have kept walking,
Yeah.
and we have just arrived at our second location. Do you want to say where we are?
We are at the Electric House on Portobello Road.
Amazing.
And they have the Electric Cinema next door, which I love, where you can eat and drink and, lay down in comfy chairs when you watch films.
I have a story about this. The first interview I ever had for a job when I started my very, very unimpressive journey through journalism was in here.
No way.
Yeah, like 17 years ago, maybe 18 years ago. This is where it all began for me.
Oh, wow. So this is really symbolic.
It kind of is, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let's go in. Thank you. We're walking through the lovely Electric Cinema restaurant where they've got the open kitchen. Well, we've just sat down in the lovely dining area of the Electric Cinema, and there are some very comfortable red banquettes. Thank you for bringing me here.
Thank you for coming with me.
Yeah, this seems like a apposite place to talk about films, I suppose.
Yeah.
Have to say, I really liked Lamb.
Thank you.
Yeah, didn't know what to expect from it.
No.
I knew because it was A24, it would be sort of progressive and out there and interesting. But I said in the intro, if people haven't seen it, don't read too much about it.
It was something I've been wanting to go back to, indie, artsy, smaller films. I did this film called The Secrets We Keep in New Orleans that I was producer on as well. And then I went straight to Iceland and shot Lamb. And then I went into You Won't Be Alone. So I did kind of 3 kind of smaller films back to back. And it was really, I love the awkward weirdness about Lamb, but also the simplicity. It's just a family saga. It's sort of like a family drama, and it has a normality to it. There's just one component that is weird, and it's my baby.
Yes, it is, and it's so weird. I'm also very interested in the differences in opinions that different countries in Scandinavia have about each other. Yeah. I'm always interested to hear what Norwegians say about Swedish people, or what the Finnish say about Danish people, all the sort of stereotypes that exist. Am I right in thinking that the Norwegians are often considered odd, and they sort of talk very fast?
I mean, Swedes, we kind of look down at Norwegians a little bit. We like they're the farmers.
Right, okay.
So we think we're a little bit superior, but we're not. We're actually quite similar. But I mean, I did this movie called The Trip.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
And I play Swedish, and my husband in it, Axel Hennie, was amazing. He's Norwegian, and I mean there is a bit of this back and forth battle between this couple because she's Swedish and he's Norwegian. And I mean, Swedes, we always have this thing of like, you know.
Is that where? Sorry to interrupt. Is that the one where you plan to kill each other?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah. And we had so much fun. I mean, on set, just every day, like we were making fun of each other and the way I speak. And he was basically laughing at me the way I speak, and I was laughing at him. And I was like, "You sound so stupid." He was like, "I'm not the stupid one." So we do have this, like, you know, we are quite similar. It's really, it's not a big difference.
As a fluent Swedish speaker, as you heard at the start of the episode, I also find that incredibly offensive.
Yeah, exactly.
What would the Norwegians say about the Swedes, do you think?
I mean, that we're a bit full of ourselves, I think. That we think we're a bit superior.
Okay.
And a bit more maybe uptight.
Yeah.
I think that Norwegians in general are a bit more gentle fun and like softer.
Okay.
And then we have the Danes that are just more mad. They are like, you know, they're just louder and like they don't give a fuck.
Yeah, they are. They're very over the top.
And also look at Danish films. I mean, just look at like Lars von Trier's, like, you know, Antichrist, and you know, they're just more. There's a brutality.
Yes.
And I love Danish films and Danish filmmakers and Danish people.
Yeah,
because they're more chaotic and they just like, you know, this is how I am, take it or leave it. Swedes are just more, we're just more, bit more concerned. It's like want to be liked by everyone and want to fit in everywhere. More like diplomatic, but like diplomacy that's like hidden fear.
Yes. Swedes also very well turned out, in my experience.
Yeah.
They sort of like often sort of dress very nicely.
Yeah.
I visited...
Sophisticated,
yes. I went to Sweden once, and I did feel like an ugly gnome everywhere I went, because everyone was so tall and...
They're well groomed.
Well groomed,
yes.
Yeah. I felt like a mutant. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I always felt like a mutant. I mean, there's always been the thing, like, I don't really feel like I fit in. I've always felt a bit like an outsider. I don't know why. Like, you know, my dad was Spanish. My biological father was from Spain.
Right.
And my stepdad is Icelandic. I grew up like kind of on the countryside, like quite poor, but not poor in a city. So it's not like I have other kids that are also like from the same class. Like I was just a weirdo that couldn't really read and write properly, but that could paint and build things with my hands.
And make great carrot juice.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, maybe that's why you feel so close to London, because it is a city of people who don't necessarily fit in other places.
Yeah. There's a lot of outsiders becoming insiders.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, on behalf of the city, we're very happy to have you here as a citizen.
Thank you.
It seems like
I feel like London adopted me. You know, I do feel, and also like every time I fly in over London and I see London, I always get a bit teary.
Really?
And I never had that anywhere else. So it is special. It really has a special place in my heart.
What are you thinking about when you get teary?
I think because I left my family when I was like 14 and I was living with boyfriends and boyfriends and husband, and like always with men. And when I moved to London, it was the first time I was living alone. It's like bought my own house and said, this is mine and it's for me and my son and everyone I love, but I'm building it for myself. So I started my own journey, and it was scary when we moved here because I didn't know anyone. And like I hardly spoke English. And everyone was like, wait, what? You're just leaving your own country? Are you just like leaving for what? And I was like, I feel a calling. I feel like my guts is telling me to be here.
Yeah.
But I do feel like it was really like the beginning of a new chapter in my life. And a chapter that's been so beautiful and really changed me as a person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, do you remember the first moment that you really felt like, now this is my home now?
Me and my son was walking in Hyde Park. I mean, we'd been in Hammersmith for a year, maybe. I think he was 10. And I was chased by squirrels. And I was terrified. First, I was like, you're going to feed them. And then he came, this little squirrel, and he just came way too close. And I was like, whoa, 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 whoa.
Yeah.
And then I started backing, and he started following me. And I started running. And my son was just in stitches, like giggling. He's like, Mom, he's not going to do anything. Stop it. I was like, yeah.
And this is after Girl with a Dragon Tattoo.
Yeah.
So there's people in the park saying, is that Lisbeth Salander
Yeah.
running away from a squirrel?
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. Like someone recognized me and I was like running away from a squirrel. And my son was just laughing and he was so like, he kind of knew that squirrels are not dangerous. And I just felt like, okay, he obviously feels safe in the city. He feels good here. And I think, the fact that he fell in love with the city, he's like a total like London boy. And, it was like an identity. I liked myself here. And I liked who I became.
Yeah.
And I think, being chased by a squirrel in Hyde Park, just seeing my son being like, being the one protecting me and be like, they're cool, chill,
Yeah.
chill, Mom, chill.
As long as he's cool with it, then you feel like actually this place is...
It was quite symbolic somehow.
Yeah. It is a beautiful actual cinema here
Yeah.
in the Electric. Very, very famous. Also, funny fact, during the Second World War, like a mob of like pitchfork wielding locals tried to destroy it because they thought it was communicating with the German army somehow to like give bombing instructions. Yeah, so people tried to destroy the cinema. They were wrong, I think. But forget all that because the cinema's lovely upstairs.
Yeah.
Do you remember the most recent thing you've seen here?
I've been away so much, but I'd watched Licorice Pizza.
Very good, yeah.
Amazing. And I was in there with my sister and we were just stocking up on like crisps and like, had like a glass of red wine.
Oh.
She had, I can't drink wine because I'm allergic to wine. But we were like drinking and eating and it was just like, I love that you can lay down.
Yeah.
But you have to pick your movies. It can't be slow movies then because then I fall asleep.
You would just fall asleep.
I have to do the sitting up chairs when it's like movies that I know will move slower.
Yeah, it has to be like Safdie Brothers, is that what they're called? Like Safdie Brothers.
Oh yeah, Safdie Brothers.
Relentless
yeah,
Pace.
Uncut Gems. I wouldn't fall asleep to that one.
No, I don't think you could.
But I watched The Whale in here.
Whale, yeah. The Fat Man film.
Yeah, the Fat Man, and I was like also like sucking up on all my like all my props that I'm gonna eat, and then I was like halfway, and I was like, I don't feel comfortable eating all this right now.
I love like a sort of posh middle class cinema experience as well. But some people do find those like annoying compared to just sort of very basic cinemas. They want the straightforward.
Yeah, no,
I
love the posh.
The
I grew up poor. I want posh.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I might get that as a tattoo.
Yeah.
Across my chest.
Yeah, I love going to the cinema in any form, to be honest. Because I live between London and Lisbon. And I went the other day to a big mall in Lisbon and watched a film and had a massive bag of popcorn. And
it's so good. What is your ideal snacks order for a film? If you're going to the cinema by yourself, so you're not sharing anything, and you have an unlimited budget, what is your ideal snack order?
Oh, crisps, chips, sweet potato fries with truffle mayo. I mean, that's kind of it. I love everything salty and fatty.
Yeah.
I don't like sweet stuff.
Excellent. Yeah. Well, I think that's it for the lovely, wonderful Electric Cinema. Shall we take a walk to the next one?
Yeah, the third.
As the editor of Time Out, I don't have time for romantic relationships or even meaningful friendships. The one true love of my life is and will always be the great city of London. Every day is a waiting game until I can get out there and be with my grimy, smog-charred beloved again. And traffic needn't keep us apart. Via the magic of Free Now, I can order a black cab, meaning I'm cruising along to my destination via the bus lane and being rewarded with a handsome Guinness on my timely arrival. That's right, I was going to the pub. Taxis and more at the tap of an app. Feel free now. Well, we've arrived at our third location very quickly.
Yeah.
Do you want to say where we are?
Yeah. We are at Goldsmith Vintage Store across the street from Electric House. It's a second-hand store.
Yes. Looking in the window, all sorts of fabrics.
It's a good display, isn't it?
Very, very cool. All sorts of colours.
Yeah.
Let's go on in. Let's have a look.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the
Yeah.
telltale smell of a vintage store.
Yeah.
Nice. Where
I
would you
love all-
normally
I
gravitate
mean,
towards?
I love denim,
Mm.
so I always go and see if I can find some really kind of broken down,
Yeah.
distressed Levi's jeans.
Am I an idiot? Because it all looks the same to me, denim.
No. Yeah, you are an idiot.
Fair, fair.
No, but I like the light ones. I don't like the dark ones, first of all.
Mm.
And I like the ones that have like more kind of has a more of a personality.
Right, yes.
And then I love like anything sporty. Like I do like hoodies, I like t-shirts.
Yes. Well, here's the American sports section.
Yeah.
See if any of your teams are here, any of your
Do we
adopted
have
teams.
Yeah, let me see what we have. I keep on always buying the same stuff. That's
Do
the
you-
problem. So I kind of made a deal with
Well,
myself.
do you know what we should do? We should get you something, and I've done this before with another guest. We should get you something that you would never normally get.
Okay.
Something that would take you out of your comfort zone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But something that you like.
Girlish stuff I don't do a lot. I mean, you can tell like I'm quite like I like boy clothes. Like I'm a bit of I like kind of oversized.
Okay.
I like to wear sneakers and hoodies and
Gotcha, yeah.
you know, I also I like to challenge myself. I go through different periods. Like there was a moment when I was wearing all pink, like
Really?
everything pink. And now when I look back, my hair was pink, like pink shoes, pink.
Why
Awful,
do you
awful.
think you would do something like that?
Why I'm that extreme? I
Right.
do all or nothing. I don't know. I've
Do you
always
think
been.
it's like an actor's thing of like, I don't mean this to sound bad, but it sounds bad.
Yeah.
Is it an actor's thing of wanting to be noticed?
When I lived back in Sweden, I was always in black.
Mm.
And black and silver. I didn't wear any gold. Didn't wear any colors. I didn't laugh much. I didn't watch any like comedies. I was
Yeah.
like very, very serious. And when I moved here, I was like, fuck it. I'm just like, I kind of had to break out of something that was like quite, like there was no oxygen humor coming into my life bubble.
I see, yes.
So I kind of just like, I didn't want to take myself so serious. I was like, who am I to walk around and think I'm the shit? You know? And it's like, so I kind of wanted to break out of something that I've been stuck in. And then I started challenging myself, I think, to just do like, let's look stupid. And
Let's
like,
go pink.
Yeah, let's go pink and like fluffy.
No, it's good. I'm
Yeah.
sort of envious, to be honest, as well.
Yeah.
Do you see anything else?
Let's go over here. Yeah.
A lot of
I
funny
love
sunglasses.
hoodies. Sunglasses always fun. I love sunglasses.
Yeah.
I mean, I like to not only wear like new, like what's trendy. Like I don't want to follow like anyone else's, like whatever someone else decides what's like should be worn right now. So I
Yeah.
like to wear like vintage stuff and mix it with like designer stuff.
Yeah.
And like, for example, like now I'm like wearing a backpack, like it's like old Chanel backpack.
That's cool, yeah.
And then like, you know, I mix with like new shoes, but then an old tracksuit. So kind of clash it.
Yeah, I'd like to pretend that my disinclination to wear designer brands was a fashion choice as well. But it's not really a choice,
Yeah.
full stop. No, but let's get a pair of sunglasses then, I think.
Okay,
Yeah, I
shall we
think
do
so.
that? Do you
But,
want to pick one for me?
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
Okay.
Maybe in honor of your pink days, that's the pinkest pair of sunglasses. It's angular as well, and there's a sort of angular vibe to a little bit,
Yeah.
in a nice way.
Shall I try them?
Yeah, maybe try them on. Actually, they look pretty cool.
Yeah?
Yeah. I
Are
mean,
you
if you
happy
look
with
in the
them?
mirror, I think I'm happy with them. I think it's good.
Yeah. Okay.
It's impactful.
You're the boss.
Okay.
Shall I pick one for you?
Yeah, you pick one for me.
Oh, what about these? Because this is kind of like happy glasses. You know that? Like if you wear like yellow light sunglasses, it's like you kind of trick yourself.
Really?
Yeah, there's like light therapy when you wear like sunglasses that are.
Wow.
Yeah, I have happy glasses at home. It's a thing.
So I'm going to try these. I'm now, before I put on the glasses, I'm feeling somewhat melancholy.
Yeah,
I would
okay.
say.
Yeah.
I exist in the shadow of the raven, much like yourself. And I'm now putting the glasses on. The world doesn't seem so bad anymore.
No, right?
Yeah, it's
Do you
nice.
want to have a look?
I want to
See?
live. Actually, that is quite nice, yeah. I look a bit like a sort of lab technician, I suppose.
Yeah, you do actually.
But a lab technician that loves
A
life.
happy one.
Yeah, a happy one. Yeah.
They're doing happy experiments.
Yeah, he's spilt the chemicals all
Yeah,
over himself,
yeah,
and his
yeah.
brain is now turning to mush. Could I please buy the 2 pairs of sunglasses? Thank you. Please may I have 2 pairs of sunglasses, I should say.
Very
I'm
polite.
trying to bring
Yeah,
back, please
yeah,
may I have, actually.
Yeah, no.
There's a big, fashion for can I get, Maybe I'll ask the person that works here as well. How often do you hear people saying, please may I have?
Almost never.
There we go. Well, that's sobering.
Rude.
Yeah, very rude. What do they say instead?
Sometimes they don't say anything. sometimes they just live here, whatever they want to buy, and they just wait.
And they don't even look at you,
Don't even
maybe.
like-
No, yeah.
yeah.
I love eye contact. It's so strange. Like I always like whoever I'm talking to, I need to like look at them because
Of
that's
course, yeah.
yeah.
I noticed.
Yeah.
It's scary.
Is it okay if I gift you these two?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's incredibly kind.
Thank you so much.
Oh, well, thank you. That's so. What was your name? Sorry.
Daphne.
Daphne. Well, if anyone comes to the shop, say hi to Daphne. Very generous. She'll give you free sunglasses.
No.
I'm joking. Well, thank you so
Thank
much
you
for
so
these.
much.
These happy sunglasses.
You're gonna be happy now.
Yeah, very happy.
So you actually just like try them on every time you feel a bit like you know, grey and blue inside.
Yeah, which is
Pop
always.
them on. Yeah, which is always. So just like try an hour every day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much for
Yeah. Thank
prescribing
you very much.
these.
Dr. Nomi.
What a wonderful shop. But let's move on to the final location.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Let's scoot. Constellation looks very exciting.
Oh yeah, I'm
Yeah.
very excited about it. It's
Yeah.
I'm proud of it. It was a very intense shoot. I had like months of preparation hanging in wires because I play an astronaut. So
Of course.
yeah, I was floating.
Is it fair to say sort of the Shining vibes? The Shining having come from space a little
Oh
bit?
wow, interesting. Yeah, maybe it has a bit of Shining in it.
I feel that
It's
way.
a bit like Gravity meets like Stranger Things meets Shining.
There's
Can
the
we say that?
pitch. That's the pitch that got the green light.
Yeah.
No, it looks fantastic, and I think
Thank you.
they're dropping 3 episodes of it.
Yeah, the
at once.
21st of February.
Yeah, exactly. So Apple TV Plus.
It's like 8 episodes, and it takes place in space on the ISS.
Yeah.
And they rebuilt like an exact copy of ISS.
Wow.
And I was doing loads of research and talking to astronauts, and you know,
Oh.
just yeah.
What did you learn from the astronauts?
Loads of like juicy little fun things, like just how complicated it is to brush your teeth, like if
Yeah.
you know, just like every day, like up in space, and the biggest like struggles or fears, or and how hard it can be to come back to Earth,
Yeah.
and how just physically what happens to your body.
You sort of
And-
deteriorate, I suppose.
Yeah, so it was so fascinating to just glimpse into that world a little bit, and to get to take part of it.
Yeah, I remember one of my first jobs in journalism. I had to interview a French astronaut who'd spent time on the ISS as well.
no way,
Over the
wow.
phone. And
Yeah.
he was so impossibly cool.
Yeah,
I just remember him
they
saying...
are very cool.
Very cool. And he
'Cause,
said...
everyone, people that know, like they're really good at something, they don't need to prove it.
Yeah.
It's just like,
Yeah, it's like, fuck you, I've been to space.
yeah, exactly, yeah, I'm done. I don't need to do nothing more.
He said at one point, I'm going to do a bad French accent, I apologize, but he said, the thing is, Joe, once you have been to space and you've looked across at the moon, nothing matters after that. I thought, I'm never going to be that
Oh,
cool.
you're brilliant. That was a really good accent.
Oh, thanks. I feel like, yeah, you're being kind, too
No,
kind.
that was actually really good. You sounded
No.
so French.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what a Frenchman would say.
Yeah, he was like ultra French.
Yeah.
Definitely working it for full effect. Why did you change your second name, by the way, if it's not too personal a question?
Oh no, let's go personal.
Yeah.
I grew up in a family. I was not really close to to anyone really, except for my mom and my stepdad. So I didn't have a strong connection with the name Norian, which is my mom's name.
Okay.
And when I got pregnant and got married and all that, I kind of wanted to start my own chapter and start something new for my son to carry, and create a name that was symbolic and kind of represented the new era
Yeah.
and not the old.
I like the fact that you chose just an objectively cool name as
Thank
well.
you,
Like,
yeah.
if you're going to choose a name, let's just go, like, really fucking, like,
Let's go
awesome.
for a name that no one can say and that doesn't exist.
Yeah, I was worried about getting it wrong, but I did. This is true, but I did find a YouTube video beforehand called "How to Pronounce Numi Rapaz."
Okay, nice.
So I watched that a few times.
Okay, fantastic.
Yeah.
It is French, you know that, right? Rapaz.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it is actually. So me and my husband back then, we were in Paris and kind of came up with a name when we were in Paris.
Yeah.
Many years ago. But no, yeah, I do. I'm a big believer in choices and decisions.
Yeah.
And I believe that we become who we are through our decisions. And, some people are more passengers in their own lives
But you're
But
very,
I
I get the sense, very proactive.
Yes,
You know, I
yeah.
wouldn't say, I think headstrong sounds maybe a bit like negative. I don't mean it negative, but you seem like very focused. And also maybe one of these people as well, if I can be so bold, who recognizes that like your choices are your own. And if you
Yeah.
make mistakes, they're your mistakes.
Yeah, and I think it's extremely important to admit when you make a mistake, and it's like it's not dangerous to make mistakes. It's okay.
Yes.
Everyone does.
Yeah,
And we
yeah.
all fuck up. We all like mess up. We all like misbehave or make the wrong decisions.
Yeah.
But any decision we make will kind of force us into a new direction.
Yes.
And we will grow from our decisions and
And-
choices. And I'm a firm believer of making decisions and trying things and going for things. Because, I mean, we have, what I know, just one life. And, you know, I'd rather do everything and try everything and be wrong and apologize and try something else, you know.
Yeah, exactly. And if
Yeah.
everything goes wrong and the world doesn't seem like a great place, then you've got these
Yeah.
yellow sunglasses you can put on.
Exactly. Then so be it. Wear the yellow sunglasses and say, let's go in a different direction, you know?
Wear the yellow sunglasses could be the name of your sort of self-help book. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
We've just rocked up outside of our fourth location, I believe. Would you like to say where we are?
Yeah, we're at the pub, The Cow.
We are on Westbourne Park Road. This place has been around for as long as I've existed, I think. And then recently, it sort of became cool. It was always cool to me, but it was full of some interesting people. Whereas now it's more of a sort of a trendy spot.
Trendy spot.
It's a trendy spot. Yeah, well, should we go in?
Yeah.
Let's do it. The Swedes famously quite hard drinkers, I think.
Yeah, they are. But you know what they do? They do drink like hard liquor on Friday and Saturday and get like completely shit-faced, get into fights and like do a lot of weird stuff. And then they don't drink in the weeks.
I see.
Yeah.
Well, that sounds sort of healthy.
Yeah, but it's just like, it's a lot of unprovoked violence. Like there's a lot of fights, like street fights, and like people just jump on people that have nothing to do with anything.
I had no idea Sweden had such a sort of like...
Aggressive culture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's-
It's all the repressed, like all their like control, like kind of hidden and pushed back feelings. I think because people don't really show a lot of emotions.
What is your drinking like?
My drinking is vodka soda with lemon
Okay.
juice, with fresh lemon juice. I can drink a lot of that.
Yeah.
I don't get drunk on it really.
That's quite a dangerous drink.
Yeah, but it's also a lot of water.
Yes.
Because there's no sugar in it. So like I can't do cocktails and stuff because the sugar gets to me and I get really like, I get bad hangovers.
Yeah.
Like, but if I only do vodka soda, I'm okay, you know?
Yeah.
It works.
Are you able to work with a hangover?
Yeah. I mean, I don't drink nowadays when I'm filming. I don't really go out. I don't do dinners. I kind of go a bit into a bubble when I'm
Yeah.
shooting. But like, you know what I was really surprised by when I moved here? People drinking on the street.
Yes.
You're allowed to have your drink outside,
that
which I
became
love.
incredibly normal during the pandemic.
Yeah.
Everyone just had to stand around
Yeah,
with a
and
can.
I love it.
It was great.
I
yeah,
believe
very
in freedom,
freeing.
freedom of drinking.
Yeah, well, you can't do it on the public transport.
No,
That's a big
obviously,
no-no.
yeah.
You used to be able to, though.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yes, it used
but
to
you
be
were,
absolutely fine.
you know, you were used to. You could smoke on planes before.
Yes, those were the days. You'd sit there on the circle
Those
line.
were the days.
Just sit there on the circle line, going round and
Yeah,
round,
yeah,
just
yeah,
chuffing
yeah.
20 fags and
Yeah.
just throwing back some cans
Yeah.
out of a brown paper bag.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm actually sort of fairly fine with the fact that you can't drink on the tube anymore. It
Yeah.
was kind of a bit
Yeah.
like weird.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, I think our drinks are arriving soon. Thank you very much for the Guinness. We are upstairs in the restaurant of the amazing The Cow.
The Cow.
The amazing The Cow in West London. What is it about the food here that you like?
I mean, I was here 3 days ago with my sister, and I had the bone marrow. I'm
Yes.
such a weirdo.
Yes.
Like, I love just like getting into the bony and like kind of suck them out.
Yeah.
And, like it's like so fatty and like.
I'd say that's in character for you as well. You know, in this, the person that you've outlined is someone that would devour bone marrow.
Yeah, I love
Yeah.
bone marrow.
It's
I
good
love
stuff.
I love meat, you
Yes.
know?
Yeah, yeah.
And it's like, you know, I try to kind of think about how much I eat like not how much I eat, but how much of meat that, like, I try to not eat meat that traveled.
Yeah.
I try to eat meat from farmers, like
That
close by.
is-
I try to have that kind of awareness and not eat like meat that had been flying in from Argentina or shipped in, you know?
What other restaurants are there in London that you admire?
I love, okay, speaking of meat, Casa Cruz. Have you been there?
No, I've never been
It's
there.
an Argentinian place. It's really close to me. It was actually Mick Jagger who took me there for the first time.
Mick Jagger.
Yeah, I did a music video with him.
I remember that, yes.
Yeah, with Jonas Ackerlund, who directed it. We shot it in Paris. Came back to London, and like I think 6 months after or something, I went for dinner with him and a couple of friends, and he was actually the one who introduced it to me. It's basically 5 minutes from my house. I go there a lot.
What
They
was,
have slow cooked lamb shoulder, which is like to die for.
Yeah, that does sound amazing.
Yeah.
Obviously, I have to ask what he was like to eat with.
Oh, he's really lovely. I know him. He's a friend of mine. He's a really lovely person. He's
Yeah, he
funny.
operates a sort of mythical place, I would say, in London. Like he's just one of very few people who have ascended to a status that's sort of, beyond fame.
Yeah.
It's.
But he's really like, it's what we talked about when we walked over. People are really good at something. They don't need to prove it. They don't need to be like rude or like, dickheads. They can just like, they know what they're good at. And they know like, I'm the best. So
That's
you
true,
know.
yeah. Well, they can be a bit dickhead if they want
but
to
that's
be.
g- I think
Like a
dick-
Danish
like,
person.
Yeah, yeah. But like I do think like insecurity. People with like a lot of insecurities. Like some people never heal from that.
Yeah.
If they become famous and they just have deep insecurities, they just become massive dicks.
I imagine
And,
also
like-
the film industry and TV industry has
Yeah.
a lot of those people.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I would imagine.
Yeah, and it's been like kind of okay to misbehave in my industry, which is kind of changing, but changing slowly.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's one of the interesting things about like the point at which you broke in internationally in terms of people like knowing you like across the world was with a character who is, take no shit, it's like snarling, like, hard hitting and everything like that. And it felt like her attitude. And also in Swedish, the name wasn't Girl with a Dragon Tattoo, was it?
No, it's men that hates women.
Yes. And I feel that did sort
Do you
of...
want to say it? Män som hatar kvinnor. Män
Men
som
som
hatar
hatar
kvinnor.
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 Women, yeah.
Kvinnor.
Yeah, good. You're good.
Well, only one word at a time.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I feel like that title, that character,
Yeah, it says everything.
it did say everything, and
Yeah.
it sort of was driving towards a lot of the emotion that came out during and still continues to come out
Yeah.
because of Me Too
Yeah,
and
yeah,
things
yeah.
of that nature.
Yeah.
Was there a part of you that was a bit like you were so close to it because of the character, you were like, I actually just want to step away from that debate and from the from the violence as
I've
well?
never felt like I battle these things daily, and I've always done, but I don't speak about it publicly. Same with my political views, and I just I have my own fights that I'm fighting and constantly doing so, but I don't really share it with the world. I've been trying to keep my focus on work and doing, being brave and kind of doing all I can in my field without kind of shining too much light on the political fights.
I think that's wise. Okay, well, at this stage in the proceedings, I'd like to stop talking about Portobello in particular and broaden our focus to all of London.
Oh, wow.
To ask you about your favourite things in the city. I'll start by asking you, what is your 5-star park in London?
My son plays basketball in Roundwood Park.
Yeah, we've discussed your handsome son previously.
Yes. So Roundwood, I do love Roundwood. I do love Queen's Park too, actually.
Interesting.
Yeah, I walk a lot in Queen's Park. And during the pandemic, that was where I did all my meetings. Me and I was having meetings with this woman who worked at Netflix because we were putting together a project that we later on shot called Black Crab.
Okay.
And we had our meetings on a blanket in Queen's Park.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's lovely.
Yeah.
What would be your 5-star pizza?
So at White City House, they have this pizza which is like 4 cheeses, like truffle pizza with 4 cheeses.
Yes.
It's so good and so unhealthy and so greasy and I love it. When I have a proper cheat day, I will have a big size of them.
Are you going in for gluten-based pizza or are you going to try and skip
no,
that?
then I fucking go gluten.
What happens if you go gluten?
I wake up next day with like swollen hands.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
What about your 5-star tourist attraction in London?
I mean, I avoid tourist things, but I was quite surprised by, like, when I first moved to London, how many people actually went to the bookstore.
This one over
yeah,
here?
Yeah,
Yes.
Like a lot of Japanese tourists and
Yes.
like a lot of people standing out there. It was like, because I remember I was like walking, buying vegetables or something, and I was like, why are so many people taking a photo of this bookshop? And then I realized that it was the one from Notting Hill.
From Notting Hill, a
Yes.
film that we've discussed as not being up your alley at all.
Yeah, no, it's not really my thing, no.
What could they have done to the plot of Notting Hill to make it more interesting to you? I've not seen it, but it's about a famous actor, Julia Roberts, and handsome, normal man,
Yeah.
Hugh Grant.
Yeah.
Lives in a house.
But it's also a love story between America and UK.
Right,
Because
okay.
she's so American and he's so British. So it's sort of like a,
Yeah,
kind
he's
of
got bad
butterflies
teeth.
in the tummy because it's like, oh, he's so British.
What could you have done to the script or the plot to make it acceptable to you, Numi?
I mean, I do like a bit of darkness always and a bit of more dysfunctional characters. So
Yeah.
like if they were just slightly more broken somehow, because it kind of would mirror life
Yes.
a bit more.
How about this? Here's the pitch. Julia Roberts, it's the same film until halfway through where she gets cast in something similar to Constellation, where it affects her perception of reality in real life.
Mm-hmm.
So her perception of Notting Hill and Hugh Grant changes. She starts to see him as some sort of alien life force that needs to be
Yeah.
destroyed.
Okay. Yeah, I like that.
Sounds
Yeah,
good.
Yeah. Good.
What is your 5-star burger in London?
Okay, so I do most of my ADR, like sound post-production
Yes.
sound, in Soho. In this, is it called Delia Lane Studios? I think it is. It's just off Greek Street into like in a courtyard.
Real Soho.
Yeah, real Soho. And they have on Bateman Street, there's
Mm-hmm.
a place called a Truffle Burgers.
Yes. Truffle burgers, it is very popular, that place.
Yeah.
And
But I take it without the bun because I don't like bread so much.
just a handful of meat.
Yeah, with like melted cheese and
Yeah,
butter.
dripping through the fingers and stuff. Is that
Yeah.
Numi Rapace?
Yeah,
She appears
it
to be
is.
eating out of her hand like
Yeah,
a rat.
yeah.
What about your 5-star cup of coffee?
I love Flying Horse. I work out at White City
Where's
Gym.
Flying Horse?
Flying Horse Coffee is next door to White City House,
Okay.
which is my gym. Which is like I go my sister's gonna pick me up tomorrow at 6:30. We go to White City and they have delicious coffee next door called Flying Horse Coffee. I think they have one on Goulburn as well.
Yes. What is your 5-star venue in London? So it could be a cinema, it could be a theatre, it could be a car park.
Oh, wow. I've been going to House of Cocoa a lot.
Yes.
I love it there. You know, it's like it has 4 floors. It has those little vinyl rooms. I've been bringing people that come in from LA or come from New York, friends that are kind of coming to London, and we need to have a work dinner and then you just have some fun. So House of Cocoa, I find like it's a beautiful venue.
Yeah.
And like I saw like Nas did his like kind of
did.
off. He did.
Yes.
He performed and he was fucking amazing.
Yeah, he did. Was it like mostly like Illmatic from the
Yes.
mid-90s
Yeah,
and stuff?
Yeah,
And
epic.
Yeah,
and I saw like Lil Sims perform that.
Lil
She's
Sims.
magical. So I guess like House of Cocoa would be my favorite venue.
Yeah, great choice. House of Cocoa, of course, which is the fairly new members club that was built into the Cocoa nightclub. So that thing's been around for as long as I can remember, well, way longer than I've lived. And it used to be synonymous with kind of like hard rock and indie music and heavy metal, and it closed. I think there was a fire, it reopened, and they've done this House of Cocoa thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, apparently it's very good. I heard the Nas thing was very good as well.
Yeah.
And what is your 5-star city that's not London, but also not New York, because otherwise everyone chooses New York?
Yeah. Okay, Lisbon.
Lisbon.
I
yes.
love Lisbon, yeah. So I live between London and Lisbon. And Lisbon is like, people are so nice. It's like, people are sitting in the parks, like old people with like lipstick and playing cards. It's like, you just look at people like, they look happy. And like
Yeah.
kids are playing, they're not on iPads
Yeah.
or phones. I'm like, and it's like close to the ocean. So I drive, it's like 20 minutes from my apartment to the ocean. I just love Lisbon. The colors, like the light is always yellow. Oh, we have a theme.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then just walking home in the night, you go out dancing and walk home, and it's like yellow light, and everything looks beautiful and warm.
That sounds really, really ideal. If I can say as well, a very different side of you from the Shadow of the Raven side.
Yes,
So there's
I love when it's steamy and sweaty and
yes,
like wet. Yeah.
and it is like that. Oh, have you been to the Time Out Food Market in Lisbon.
Yes, I have. I go there a lot.
Is it good?
Yeah, it's very good.
My bosses will be very happy to hear
Yeah.
you say that. Yeah. I'm not getting fired this year now.
Yeah.
That's good. What's it like? Is it nice?
It's nice. They have it's really good food. I mean, Lisbon and Portugal have really good food in general.
Yes.
And I've been going there with my son and his friends. They were actually the ones that brought me there because
Oh, right.
I was filming a lot last year. So my son went to Lisbon with his friends and, you know, kind of spend more time there than I did. So he was like, we got to go to Time Out. And I was like, yeah, sure.
Oh, cool.
So he took me to Time Out, to the food market, and we ate different kind of foods. And
Yeah?
Yeah.
Brilliant. Oh, that's lovely.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much for showing me around your little bit of West London. It's also a great rarity that someone chooses West London.
Oh, wow. That makes me so happy.
You're the first one this series.
Hey,
for
hey,
sure.
hey,
yeah.
hey.
All that remains for me to say, of course, is tack for i dag.
Yeah, that means thank you for today.
And I knew that. I didn't know that. That was Noomi Rapaz's West London idyll of Portobello. And I gotta say, I had a really wonderful time. We didn't find Paddington, the baby-sized bear with the voice of the adult human. So I didn't get my scalp. I was looking forward to that, turning him into a Panama hat or something. But you know what? It's nice to come to West London sometimes. Let it be known. It is a beautiful part of town. Noomi was lovely, like really, really warm and clever. And very, very talented and cool, so couldn't have asked for a better host, I think. If you want to see what she's up to next, it is Constellation on Apple TV Plus, dropping on February the 21st with 3 episodes, and it's an 8-episode series, she said, and it looks great. Really exciting, really scary, really, really full on. Don't miss that. If you want to hear more of us, it's every Tuesday. It's Love Thy Neighbourhood. It's your favourite podcast by this point, at least I hope so. So do subscribe and give us a 5-star rating because they do really, really help. Nothing more for me to say than love thyself and love thy neighbourhood. Cheerio. As any sports fan knows, a lot can happen in 4 minutes. A winning goal at the Emirates, a tide-turning comeback at a York Hall title fight. There's certainly enough time for my beloved QPR to take the lead and then flush it all down the toilet in another display of spineless mediocrity. And via Free Now, on average 4 minutes is also how long it takes to get a black cab. Who needs a 4-minute mile when you can jump in a 4-minute cab? Taxis and more at the tap of an app. Feel free now.